The traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports. DA, it's here on the 5 for the Raptors. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And for Brooklyn, Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Duncan is out there with Durant, and it's Allen in at the 5. He'll be the Nets off the tip. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you set, but I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. If you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
Here's Duncan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Siakam.
And not backing down from the physical defense. Junior embraces taking on these challenges.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
VanVleet outside. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Lowry finds VanVleet. 5 to shoot. Shoots over LeVert. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
Here's Powell, following the basket by Junior. The shot by Lowry, no good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And yes, it's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint. And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats.
This man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
Now here's VanVleet. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Lowry's shot is good.
Put the ball in Kyle Lowry's hand in a pick and roll, and he will pull all the right strings.
And Junior throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now, here's Siakam. 29 points for him last game against Minnesota. VanVleet finds Lowry. Here's Powell. Rebounded by the Nets.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
The shot's good from Irving.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten. Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Drills it from outside.
I'll tell you, the three-point shooting looking better and better. The hard work of Pascal Siakam paying off.
LeVert against VanVleet. And the dunk by Duncan.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Now here's VanVleet. No points in the game yet for him. Gasol, no good. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. A Nice shot by LeVert.
Boy, that's just about strength right there. Karis LeVert just simply refuses to be denied.
LeVert against Van Vliet. Outside Lowry. Duncan with the block. Siakam pulls it in. Raptors trail by 15. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first. Duncan with some nice D.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
They get the rebound. Allen count the basket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And the Raptors call time here, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page.
Night after night.
And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. Hardaway's checked in for Karis LeVert. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. And it's Davis missing. Brooklyn leading by 17. Inside. And Duncan with the basket on the assist from Harris. Junior's got 14.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And stolen by Junior. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here is Davis. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Harris finds Duncan. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And here's Davis for three. That one misses. And so, guys, it's Junior making things happen for the Brooklyn Nets. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. And, Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And, guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Raptors 5 right now. Siakam is out there with Chris Boucher. And there's Davis, and it's Ibaka, and it's Noel in at the shooting guard position. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Pacers, had a huge game. He finished with 17 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. The stat line was filled, and the whole league was talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Siakam outside. To the paint, just 5 to shoot. Last first outing for the Nets. They won that game against Indiana. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And that one's good, Junior.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Davis surveying the floor. Pass to Noel. Back to Davis. Siakam outside. Looking to end the run, and it's good on the way in. Siakam's got 7 points in the game.
Wow, finishing through contact with a beautiful display.
You've got to succeed. Brooklyn ahead, just dominating this one. Played out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Junior in this one, he's been everywhere.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
LeVert and Durant out on the perimeter. Junior's out there with Allen, and it's Irving in at the point. That's the group for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half.
And Coach can thank Junior's vision for this one. Watches how the floor is moving and spots the open man.
And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Hits a hand on it. And staying with the play, Allen. Allen's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Siakam outside. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Count that bucket. Allen's got 8 points. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Siakam against Duncan. Siakam inside. Nice D from Duncan. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Second shot opportunity. Offensive rebound. Irving with a clean look. And the Nets, another 3.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Here's Lowry. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
But toughness being shown right there by Kyle Lowry. There's no doubt he is this team's bull. He will finish and head to the line.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Boucher is checked in.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Brooklyn's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Duncan. And Junior throws it down.
Playing with so much confidence. When Junior finds his rhythm, he is a lot of fun to watch.
Lowry finds Boucher. Back to Lowry. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Siakam's shot is off.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Stolen by Van Vliet. Now the Raptors moving it up. Siakam's running. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Boy, Pascal Siakam can put a ton of pressure on the defense. This guy has a physicality that you love.
I mean, the improvement that we've seen from Siakam, it's like nothing else I've ever seen. He's a huge reason for the success of this Raptors team.
Greg, in 2 short years, this guy triples his output from the floor. He goes from a guy who was getting spot minutes, couldn't really get into the rotation, to an all-star. The transition game, his ability to use that speed, and then his approach, the work habits, both of those 2 things have been critical to his growth.
Raptors have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Duncan, the pass to Jordan, and he gets it to go. Jordan's got 6.
You can see why DeAndre Jordan, for his career, over 65% field goal shooting. So close, so easy.
Dinwiddie against Davis. Siakam, right side. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Siakam's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And Junior throws it down.
Well, Junior gets good position on the interior. Look out. It's an easy finish. Nice dunk.
It's stolen by Duncan. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Clock at 4. Here's Noel. The rebound by the Nets. Juniors to the inside. Jordan trying to free himself up. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
The drive by Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
How about the athleticism of Pascal Siakam? So tough to corral when he's going on the dribble drive. And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Here's Noel. Guarded by Hardaway. Back to Siakam. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Pascal Siakam, the efficiency, the willingness to go ahead and pile up some points. Nicely done here.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Here's Noel. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Siakam inside the three-point line. Another miss by Siakam. In transition, here come the Nets. Boucher with the steal.
This is the intensity you get when you're talking about Junior. He understands how to bother opponents.
And so it's Brooklyn, up by...
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. They've got McCaw, Ande Hollis-Jefferson out there with Johnson. Then it's Thomas, and it's Gasol, and at the 5 down low. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Hollis-Jefferson, good. Hollis-Jefferson's got his first points of the game.
Well, I don't think you can allow Rondae Hollis-Jefferson to get into the lane. You're asking for trouble. This guy's a spectacular athlete.
Johnson outside. Down low, Duncan. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
And the foul called on Junior. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, you played against a minute 50 left in the 4th. Here's Jordan. And that comes off the assist by Duncan.
When you think that this guy was so raw and so skinny coming into the league, now DeAndre Jordan brushing off these challenges with ease.
Van Vliet outside. Dishes it to Gasol. To the middle. Shots good by Noel.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated, 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Duncan.
Boy, his activity really stood out to me on the defensive end. He harassed ball handlers, came up with steals in transition. You had the feeling guys were looking over their shoulder, worried he was going to pick their pocket.
Goes back up, and he hits the jump shot. Duncan's got 33 points.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And the foul called on Junior. That's foul number 2 for him. And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris has checked in. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Shots good by Boucher.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Temple. Jordan dishes to Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. "16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's McCall. He's guarded by Johnson. 6 to shoot.
Well, you know Joe Harris comes from one of the great defensive coaches in college basketball. He will play hard on that end.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.